A warm good morning to all of you. I, Dr. Robin Chopra, Assistant Professor in Department of Physiotherapy at RPIIT Institute of Medical Sciences, Village Bastada, Karnal. I welcome you all in our YouTube channel that is RPIIT Academics. But before watching, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell icon. So, let's start the topic. So, today's topic is blood supply of brain and spinal cord. So, starting our topic, that is the blood supply of the brain. As starting from the arterial supply of the brain receives blood from two sources, that is from the internal carotid arteries, which arises at the point in the neck where the common carotid arteries bifurcate, and the vertebral arteries. Second, the internal carotid arteries branch to form the anterior and the middle cerebral arteries. The right and the left vertebral arteries come together at the level of the pons on the ventral surface of the brainstem to form the midline basilar arteries. As the basilar artery joins the blood supply from the internal carotids in an arterial ring at the base of the brain in the vicinity of the hypothalamus and the cerebral peduncles, and this cerebral peduncles forms a ring which is known as the circle of Willis. As this is the circle of Willis, in which includes the major arterial supply of the brain. As the posterior cerebral arteries arises at this confluence, as to do small bridging arteries and the anterior and the posterior communicating arteries. As the posterior and the anterior communicating arteries togetherly form the circle of Willis, which supplies the anterior and the posterior parts of the brain. So next is, what is the physiological significance of the circle of Willis? As this arrangement of the brain's arteries into the circle of Willis creates a collaterals in the cerebral circulation. As the basic purpose of this arrangement is, if one part of the circle of Willis is hampers their blood supply, so the other part will helps in the maintenance of the requirement, and if one part of the circle becomes blocked or narrowed, or one of the arteries supplying the circle is blocked or narrowed, the blood flows from the other blood vessels can often preserve the cerebral perfusion, and this cerebral perfusion is well enough to avoid the symptoms of ischemia, so that there is a less chance of transient ischemic attack or the necrosis of the blood cells. So guys, hope so you all understand very well, and for more information please stay tuned, stay healthy, happy. Till then, take care, goodbye, farewell, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell icon. Till then, take care.